Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm just setting up my iPad real quick so I'll be able to see me in screen. But anyway, I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, coming to you today to bring you a fun fold tutorial to see. I hope you enjoy it. I did get this from Cindy Wilkinson? Yes, Cindy Wilkinson. I saw it on her. I was going through Pinterest actually and saw it, and I had never really seen it before, so I thought I wanted to do it. It's fun. I love techniques. But anyway, I just wanted to say hello and invite you into my YouTube video place, and I hope you come back. I hope you share my video. That'd be very good. And I'm going to flip my camera down so that you will be able to see. So I just got to pick it up for a minute and turn it, and you will be able to see what's going on here. I'm going to turn my light on so we have some good, better lighting going on here. And anyway, so here is my fun fold card that I'm going to be doing. Also, I got all the information about my host code and everything. It's in the description here on the video. And you do know it's celebration, so it's a good time to get free product. If you'd like to become a demonstrator, I'd surely love to help you with that and have you join my team. And you get a lot of free product at this time. So you can email me or whatever about that. Or if you need a demonstrator for ordering, I would love to do that with you also. So here's the cards. I'm actually going to be demonstrating this one, but with a different paper. And let me show you the technique or the fold. It's got a little flap here, and you just pull that up so that holds your card down, gives you more to decorate with and stuff. So there it's done in a portrait view, and here it is in a landscape view. I will tell you a little bit about these stamp sets. This stamp set is actually in the catalog. I will show it to you. It is right here. It's called Hey Birthday Chick. I'm going to be using this chick with a happy birthday saying, and you're still a spring chicken. Set in February, you'll be able to get dies that match that set. They're coming out with the dies, and we will be using this little chick and the die set for this chicken there. Another set that they are actually bringing back, it was in the 2017 celebrations, and they're going to bring this chicken back because it actually goes with this set, so they really complement each other. And with that being said, they're also going to bring these dies out to go with it, which has a lot of stuff in it. It has the 3 chickens and the little egg as dies, and then you have a stump, just a background embellishment piece, a chicken coop, a sign, corn stalks and corn, eggs. It has all kinds of stuff on it, little seed. So there's a lot you can do with these, but right now we're going to concentrate on this set. So I'm going to show you how to do this card. Now, if you want the directions for it, you can pop over to my Facebook page, which is Stamp Crazy VIP. And I put a tutorial on that page, and it has all the directions of how to cut everything and how I made the card. So if you kind of get lost in this and kind of forget, then we will be able to see it on that. But I'm going to lay my card over here so you'll be able to see it as I work. And so we're going to use a little bit different colors on it, but we're going to do the same card. So I got a black piece of cardstock here, and actually what I did is it was cut 4 1/4 by 11, which would be this right here. So you cut it off at 8, 4 1/4 by 8, and you leave this piece for later. And you're going to score this at 5 1/2, and then you're just going to fold it. Okay? And take your bone folder, or as in my case, my Pampered Chef pot scrubber. And you want to fold that to where you get a really nice fold. Okay? And we're going to set this piece to the side for a second. So now I'm going to take DSP, and the DSP that I'm using is the Field and Flowers set. It is free with a $50 order during celebration, and it's got just some really cute papers in it. I've used quite a few of them. We're actually using this one today. This one over here has this paper on it. They're all really bright and just pretty. So it's a good set, and like I said, you can get it free with a $50 order in the celebration catalog. So what I did is this piece is cut 2 1/4 by 4 to fit up on that flap. So let's kind of glue that down. I got a lot of glue right there, didn't it? And that's fine. We'll just kind of scoot it, and that way it'll spread. There we go. So we're just going to glue that down. We're going to take a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, and that's actually going to be our inside in a minute. So, and what I did is you take a 2 by 2 square of DSP. You've got a 2 by 2 square. Here, we'll put it this way so it looks more square. And then you cut it on a diagonal to use in the corner of your card to make your little flap holder. And what you're going to do, and you got to be very careful, you're going to do the 2 outside edges that come down to the point. And you're going to add glue there. Okay. And then you will just line it up with your corner that you're going to be using to tuck your flap into. Okay. And I try to cover that white piece so the white doesn't show down on that corner. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece and I'm going to glue it to the inside of my card. So we'll just take this and we'll glue this in. Okay. And then the piece that we had left over, which is this right here from where we cut off from the 4 1/4 by 11, I'm going to take the back side of my DSP and I'm going to glue it on here. Okay? So let's do that. Do you guys like to do fun fold cards here? I love fun fold cards. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do. So, also, if you don't mind, while you're watching this video, if you wouldn't mind sharing it so that maybe some other stamper friends of yours may see what's going on with the videos and stuff and get some new ideas, I would surely appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up or a comment would be nice. So anyway, we are going to, what I want to do now is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to go ahead and adhere. So I'm going to tuck it into that little flap right there, and I'm going to make sure I have it centered. Okay? And then when I pick it up, I'm going to hold my finger about right here, and that way I know that I want my glue above that. I don't want it below there. Okay? Because I don't want it to stick to the inside of my card. So we're just going to put some glue. And I'm going to stick it back in that flap, if I can get it in there. There we go. And I'm going to put that down, and as I do, I'm going to pick it back up and make sure that I'm not showing any glue. Okay? So that's how we get that on, and we can go ahead, and I'm going to, I forgot to do a little something on my card. I'm going to stamp my You're Still a Spring Chicken, and I'm going to stamp it down here on my piece of Whisper White so I can put it on there because it won't show up the way I did it there. And I almost forgot about that. So we're just going to stamp it Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I should have brought my little paper cutter over here, but I'm going to cut that real quick so you'll get that kind of done. And let's see. I will take my scissors and I think I'm just going to cut that straight right there and cut it straight over here. There we go. And I think I will put that right down here, and I am not going to use any dimensionals on that because I will be using dimensionals on my chicken. So we're going to just put this over to here because this flap will go in the corner. So there we go. We've got that in white there. We're going to take the happy birthday and we're going to go ahead and stamp that on the inside. Just make sure you get your stamping inked up really well. Come to the inside and just stamp. And I hold that down a second so the ink soaks in. And there we go with our happy birthday. And then we are going to stamp our chicken on this extra piece of white cardstock. So let's just ink that up really well. And I want to make sure I get all of his little feathers that's in there inked up really good on the stamp. Sometimes I swirl my stamp and then pat it again. It just helps get all that little stuff done. So we should be done. I'm not going to worry if I get this straight or not. We're going to die cut it out. So I'm just going to press. Make sure I get a good image of my balloon. And there's our chicken. So what we're going to do now is I am going to show you what dies we'll be using real quick while I'm waiting for that to dry. We will be using this die that'll fit on the chicken here as soon as I color him. And we're going to be using this little bitty chick right there. That goes in our corner right here. Okay? So I'm going to show you how I quickly colored this. I am going to use the yellow on the balloon. And I've got, what colors I use is light and dark, so saffron. And light and dark crumb cake. I use the cherry cobbler for his little comb right there. And that's all of the markers that I used, okay? So first of all, I'm going to take the dark yellow and I'm going to color his little beak. There it is. And his chicken feet. Can't forget his feet. We got that color. Then I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to color my balloon. And you see I'm putting a little dark on there. Then I'm going to take the light and I'm just going to finish coloring that in. And don't forget his little balloon tip down there where they tied it shut. So I'm just going to color my balloon in. I'm going to add that dark just a little bit more because it's not quite dark enough what I want. So there we go. We have our balloon colored. We're done with the yellow. We're going to take the, I got dark cherry cobblers, what I'm using on his comb to make it red. We have that colored, and then I'm going to use the 2 crumb cakes to color. So I'm going to take my dark, whoops, and just where all these little feather details are, I'm going to kind of add in some dark colors in here. And I'm not doing every one, it's just to kind of highlight some of the feathers. You don't have to do a lot. And then I'm going to add some dark, you know, just around some of him so that when we color him you can see it. Have a variation there, go around his comb a little bit. And then under his, right here, under the ribbon, and maybe where his feet are. There we go. So I just added some of the dark. Now I'm going to take the light, and I'm going to take my brush tip, and I'm going to just swirl my color in there. I'm going to leave the one wings, his head, and his tail white. And I don't want him real dark. That's why I use crumb cake. I like crumb cake for that. But I do want to make sure I got the white covered in this area. And I'm going to come down here and do the same. It's quick coloring. Now you can use watercolors, colored pencils. You can just use whatever you want to color. I just love Stampin' blends, and so I tend to use them a whole lot. So there's my chicken. And I'm going to just give his little wings right here a little bit of this crumb cake color over the, just to add some dimension there. And that's done. What we're going to do now is we're going to use the die cut machine, and I'm going to use the small Stampin' Cut embossing machine that we have. This is the small one that you can use for small stamps, and it's really nice. It's handy. You can pop it up on your table when you need it. I'm going to use the number 1 and the 2 number 2s to do this. So there is my bottom part. I'm going to put my stamped image down, and then I am just going to line up my die, which lining up sideways is kind of hard. There we go. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it on top of that, and when I do, this is hard to see, when I lay this on top, I'm going to take my thumb and hold on at the balloon. And it's probably a little higher than it needs to be, but it'll be okay. And there we go. We've got him cut out. Now we're going to take the little chick. Let's put him over here a minute. We'll take our little chick, and I've got bumblebee cardstock, and I'm going to just lay that on there and cut him out. And there he is. So let me fold this back up. what's nice about it. You can fold it up, put it away, and of course it makes a little bit of noise when you do that. Now my little chick, I wanted to give him some dimension. You see he's got his little wing that pops up. I'm going to use the Bumblebee ink with a sponge dauber. And I'm just going to sponge. And give him a little bit of dimension, okay? Now also we're ready to just finish assembling the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tuck my flap back in so I know where I want to place everything. I'm going to take my small dimensional. I'm going to turn him over and I'm just going to cut a small piece. They stick to everything when you do this, but I just don't want anything big. And then I'm going to take and cut this in half. There's a little piece up here by his head. Whoops, stuck to my finger again. There we go. I don't want it to get over his eye, but my paper peeled off of there. And then I'm going to put a little piece down here by his legs. Okay, now he's ready to go on the card. And what I think I'm going to do, because I want his eye to kind of show up with a black spot in it, I'm going to put him right over where that flower is. And there he is. Since my balloon has more white to it on one side, I am going to take and I'm going to trim my die cut. I do this quite often if I get them a little bit off after they're in there. And I just trim that little piece of paper off. Now I'm going to take my larger dies, or dimensionals dies, and I'm going to put them, a few of them on my chicken to hold him up well on here. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to take him right over here and stick him and I'm going to take Link of Stella and I'm going to color in my balloon so it gives it some shimmer. And I'm also going to color in his little comb on his head so that you can see some shimmer there. Make sure I got all of that really colored good. There we go. So we have some shimmer on the balloon and his little comb on his little top of his head. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some pearls and I'm going to take my dark So Saffron and I'm going to color me 3 pearls. It's hard to tell they're colored with this is so light, but they are colored. I don't know if you can see it real well. I'll kind of hold that up and see if you can see that they're colored. And then I'm going to take my pick tool. I'm going to dry those a second. Take my pick tool. And since I used paper with polka dots, I'm just going to stick them over a polka dot. I think I want to go here. And then I have one more. right about right here. There we go. And I just added some pearls to give it dimension. And that's our card. Very easy, very, very easy. I love this fun fold. It's really cute. So here's what we did today. Let me just clean my mess up just a little bit. We did this card, and here's the sample. So as you can see, any colors will work. And then here's my other two samples. And that was using a lot of the dies in it. I used the fence, the corn stalk, the eggs, the happy birthday, the chicken. And on this chicken, I put dimensionals on it, but I put it to where when I tucked it, the chicken was on both the card and the flap. This one I just put a bow on the flap, but I used the kind of background and did it in the same color to give my piece of paper some texture. Used the little sign, the chick, and then this little guy with or girl, because she's got all kinds of messy hair up there. Just did her, and it says, "Hey chick, have a happy day." So those are my card samples of the chickens. Now all but this, the birthday chick, is in the mini catalog now, but the two sets of dies and the set that's got this chicken in it will be available in February. So if I can help you in any way with that, I would be more than happy to. And until I can get another video out, I hope you all have a great day, and happy stamping to all of you. Bye.